This problem is different in the fact that I have a multiplication sign here instead of a plus or a minus. But the radicals are the same, aren't they, because they have the same index? So what do I need to do? Give you an example. If you had the square root of x times the square root of x, what did you do with that? Multiplied them because they had the same index, right? And add the exponents. So I ended up with the square root of x squared. And then simplified it from there and got an x. Same idea applies up here. But I have numbers and letters. Well, this is a whole number, this is a whole number, but these indexes are the same, aren't they? So I take 5 times 3. 15. The cube root of negative 12 times 18. Take a times a to the second. What's a times a to the second? A to the third. What's b to the fourth times b to the second? B to the sixth, isn't it? I left this as a negative 12 times 18 for the following reason. If I took and multiplied these two things together, I'd end up with a negative 216. Do you think it's easier to find the prime factorization of a negative 216 or the prime factorization of these two things individually? Depends. It's not diaper day. To me, I bet finding a negative 12 is a whole lot easier than 216. Negative 12 is 4 times 3, which is 2 times 2 times 3. So I'd have 2 to the second times 3 and a negative 1 out here. So let me rewrite that. Negative 1 times 2 to the second times 3. That's 12. What about 18? 9 times 2, which would be 3 times 3 times 2, which means that I would have 2 times 3 to the second, a to the third, b to the sixth. I don't know, to me that's a whole lot easier than going through all this 216. Negative 1. Well, what's 2 to the second times 2? 2 to the third. What's 3 to the first times 3 to the second? 3 to the third. A to the third, b to the sixth. Wow! Look, 3 goes into 3, 3 goes into 3, 3 goes into 3, 3 goes into 6. And this negative 1, because this happens to be an odd power, will come on the outside. So I'd have a negative 1 times, well, how many times will 3 go into 3? Which gives me 2 to the first out here. Do I have anything left over? Nope. This 3 will go into this 3 once. And I have the 15 that was originally outside. Will this 3 go into this exponent of 3? Once. Will this 3 go into this 6? Yep. Twice. And I had nothing left over, right? So what's a negative 1 times 2? What's a negative 2 times 3? What's a negative 6 times 15? It is a negative 90. A, B, the second. Hard? No. Have to remember rules? Yes.
How did that negative 1 under the square root? You said something about it was a cube.
What's the cube root of a negative 1?